welcome back to the channel, guys. I thought today I'd briefly talk about mulleting the Stumpjumper EVO. This is the 2021 model Expert, and Specialized does sell a link right here, the shock link, that allows you to convert your Stumpy EVO into a mullet. It keeps the same geometry. It adds 5, I believe, more millimeters of travel in the back. And obviously you can put a 27.5 wheel on there without scraping your bottom bracket on everything. So I've been riding the Stumpy EVO in the full 29er configuration, also in the mullet configuration, and been switching the components back and forth. It's not an easy task. You do have to put it in the bike stand, and it takes probably about 30 minutes to swap all the components over, because you have to make sure the bolts are torqued to proper spec. So let's first talk about how it feels on the 29er. If you haven't seen my review on the Stumpy EVO, I'll leave a card right here, so go check it out. But the Stumpy EVO is an aggressive trail bike, 160 fork, 150 in the back, and it does pedal pretty well for how much travel this bike has. You know, it's not the best pedaling bike like an Ibis, Ripley or Ripmo or a DW Link suspension, but it gets around the trail pretty good. I've been riding this thing for about 6 months now, and I've really been enjoying it. So I figured I'd try the mullet configuration. So here are my local trails. The 29er is great. It's pretty rocky where I usually ride, but you have to pedal through the rock gardens, and the 29er wheels just don't get hung up. They just kind of plow right through, so it makes it a little bit easier on yourself. And couple that with a nice supple suspension with a lot of traction, you just cruise through those sections. I almost forgot to say I am on a size S3. That's kind of like a medium large, probably medium in most brands. And I'm 5'10", so I'm kind of like a little big for the bike. Where I see the real benefit of having a mullet set up on the Stumpy EVO is if you're in between sizes. So when my wife rides this S3, she's about like 5'6", and when I put the 27.5 wheel on it, it allows her to it's easier for her to ride. It's got more clearance for the back, a little more standover if she's doing steeper terrain. If I had a size S4, I think the mullet would really benefit me. Is when you're doing bigger drops and you really got to shove that bike forward and you're coming down hard on the bike and you don't want to buzz your butt, 27.5 wheel kind of stays out of the way. It definitely doesn't feel as playful as a purpose-built mullet bike like the Specialized Status. That one has such a short chainstay that you can really just rip it around turns and manual it really easy and just get the front end up. Where I don't really like the mullet setup here is at my local trails. When I'm pedaling through the rock gardens, like I said, the 29er wheel just kind of plows right through front and back. It gets hung up with the 27.5 wheel. It makes pedaling just more of a chore. I'd only recommend if you're really doing steep terrain, maybe just bigger drops and big kind of BMX jumps, then the 27.5 back wheel will benefit you. But if you really want a mullet bike, look at like a Status or something specifically designed for that. I know they make I think it's like a Specialized EVO LTD or something like that, which is the exact same frame with that link. So it's the exact same bike I tried, but I really didn't enjoy it. Maybe if I had an S4 and I was doing park laps and bigger jumps all the time and bigger drops, it makes sense for me. But here are my local trails. Nah. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this short review of the Stumpy EVO in the mullet configuration. Hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up if you like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.